Okay, I want to talk about the SAS. I have a on-point article in front of me. The SAS base in the UK is in a city which is near me. I can get to. It's called Hereford, in the county of Herefordshire, England. So it's not. It's relatively close to the Welsh border. So that's why some of the training takes part at the highest peak in some of the mountainous range called the Brecon Beacons. The Brecon Beacons mountainous range, the highest peak would be Pen y Fan. That's Pen Y Fan. Pen y Fan. How you pronounce it? Pen y Fan. I think that's right. Not English. It's Welsh term. I don't know a huge amount of Welsh. I was born in England. Some growing up in Wales. Certainly, I'll talk to you about ESAS. And this could be subjective. The beginning of this article at military.com. And these people would know. There's military.com, interesting site. You want to check up on certain military here and there. This is what makes the SAS selection the toughest in the world. These are people selected, I remind you, to go to war if needed, to protect if needed, to have a will to kill for the protection of your country if needed, and risk their life for the protection of the country if needed. So, what does SAS stand for? It stands for Special Air Service. The Special Air Service is the longest active special missions unit in existence and has remained one of the best. Staffed with the toughest and most resourceful enlisted and commissioned soldiers the United Kingdom has to offer, the SAS only accepts the cream of the crop of all candidates who try to earn the coveted beige beret and the title of Blade. Only the very best make it through. In order to thin out the herd, the SAS holds one of the most arduous and rigorous selection in training programs in the modern special operations community. Timed cross-country marches, treks through jungles, and mountain climb are just a few challenges that make joining the SAS an extreme task. Typically, the SAS runs two selection periods every year, one in summer and one in winter. Well, any fully trained member of the British Armed Forces may apply for selection. The bulk of candidates tend to come from light infantry, airborne and commando units. Selection lasts around 5 months and consists of multiple phases, each designed to break down every candidate and push them to the limits and beyond. This is probably why the program has an astonishing 90% fail rate. Many drop out due to stress or injury. Those who remain must meet and exceed the high standards set by the selection cadre. It all begins with physical testing designed to ensure that each candidate meets. Get some light here. It's getting a bit darker. Sorry, let me start again there. It all begins with physical testing designed to ensure that each candidate meets the minimum requirements to join the SAS. Selection then moves forward with a series of marches in the Brecon Beacons. If you don't know what the Brecon Beacons are, just imagine a mountainous range. It's a mountainous range In South Wales, the highest peak is Pen y Fan, as mentioned earlier. So Brecon Beacons, a mountain range, South Wales. Candidates are issued rifles, weighted rucks, and rations, and are then sent packing. Their ultimate test in the first phase is navigating themselves across Pen y Fan. That's the highest peak. It's not the highest mountain in Wales. There is much further north. Look up Snowdonia. That's highest peak. But they're going to do this alone and within a 20-hour time limit. This segment, called officially Endurance but popularly known as the Fan Dance, holds a special, if not dreaded, place in the hearts of all candidates. It's such an excruciating and dangerous trek that some have even perished over the years in attempts. I remind you again, this is serious training. This is what they signed up for, to risk your life in the first place in order to protect your country, and that begins even in training. If you die, then you weren't good enough to protect the country anyway. That's people may agree or disagree with the philosophy behind it, but that's why it works, I guess. It's why they do what they do, if you want to put it that way. Where was I? I was reading. Perished with the years and attempts. After completing endurance, survival candidates are given weeks of instruction on weapons, tactics, and procedures. This is their first real introduction to the shadowy world in which the SAS generally operates. Lessons on tradecraft, medical care, and hand-to-hand combat are also included. This segment is run in the hot, dense jungles of Brunei, Belize, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing them right, or Malaysia. Upon passing the jungle phase, candidates return to the United Kingdom to Hereford, home of 22 Special Air Force Regiment, where they receive further specialised instruction and undergo testing on their trade. Their marksmanship abilities are honed and developed. Their combat driving abilities are refined, and their proficiency with foreign weapons and vehicles is enhanced. Candidates are also put through airborne school, learning how to conduct static line and freefall jumps, and are committed to a grueling combat survival and resistance program, similar to the United States military's SERE school, SERE. I may make a video on that. After 1 week test during which candidates are hunted down and brutally interrogated, they are finally on their way to joining active SAS. This is a interrogation resistance training, basically. By the end of the SAS selection, an initial batch of around 200 candidates will have dwindled down to roughly 25. These candidates are then sent to operational squadrons for further training and eventual deployment. They represent the finest the British Armed Forces have to offer, and are thus awarded their beige berets and the SAS badge, the winged dagger. They have earned the right to call themselves blades. In short, thank you for watching. Just to recap, the SAS base is in a city, and this is like public information anyway, in a city called Hereford, in Herefordshire County, just close to the south, the mid-east border, slightly north to mid-east border of Wales, and definitely far west of London. This is Herefordshire, where they exist, and a city, Hereford, a beautiful historic city where you tend to have, I've met some of these SAS guys, ex-SAS. I've met ex-SAS, not current SAS individuals. Fascinating conversations with some of them. Because I like to visit Hereford occasionally and drink in their public bar. If you rewind some videos ago, I complained about one of those public bars, but it seems, I feel a bit torn on that one, because I really like Andy, the guy that really does the hard work getting it going, getting it run. But I won't be walking in there again because the manager is a bag of crap. She proved herself to be. But that's my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to have a personal opinion. You do what you want to, I'm not dictating to anyone to go there or not go there. But yeah, already there's a advert for new bar staff. I wonder how high it is, the staff turnover, because the manager just can't get along with people. But Andy is very amicable and gets along with most people. It seems that way to me. But, I don't necessarily know that. If you rewind some videos ago, the young lady was working behind the bar too well, but I still think it was incredibly unprofessional of her treatment from not Andy, but the manager, Andy's partner, running the business. When he's not present, it does always feel like it's falling apart when he's not present for X amount of time. And, this is the result. There's no need for it. Yeah, the hard work, great bar, sports events like sports night, and all this being done at the bar as well. Watch the game, things like that. Not my thing, but it's definitely many people's thing. And great food, all this. It's a shame because I really enjoyed the atmosphere over the years and that was looking to go back, but that ruined it for me. Good luck, Andy. Appreciate everything you've ever done to get that going and be a public service. Even employing people is a public service, in my personal opinion, as well. Let's leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Anyway, I just thought I'd talk about the SAS. And I look forward to doing another video soon. Bye.